first collaboration review that I've ever done with the M News. They messaged me and said, hey, watch the movie It and shoot a review for it. So I was like, sure, I've always heard of it. I know it's really talked about and I've never seen it before. So I watched it last night. Thanks, guys. Thank you for making me watch this movie.
Hello, I'm Jordan with the M News. Today's another collaboration, not with the Cops reviews this time, but with the Modern Film Critic. You might know him. His name is Adam. Really cool guy. We decided to do Stephen King's It. It's a mini-series, a TV series, 2 parts done to it. Back then, this film rocked, in my opinion. I enjoyed the hell out of it when I was a kid. I got scared of it. I loved the entertainment of it. It brings out a lot of entertainment. I think if you're a Stephen King fan, you're going to love this movie. But, you know, some Stephen King fans might say, you know, this movie was probably a little bit too long. You know, that's the only problem with this movie. It was too long. You know, if you cut it down to part 1's better. If I must say, part 1 is better. It's the part where you see the kids and their struggles as a child, because as a child, it's teen, almost going on teen year. Because this thing is just terrorizing them with its sharp teeth, and, you know, you won't really go, I'm not going to go too deep in this film, you know, but the thing that I loved about this movie was, you know, the clown. I thought the clown was well done. I think the costume design for the clown was well done. I think the clown itself is creepy. I'm a really big fan of Tim Curry. You might know Tim Curry from, you know, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, or, you know, Home Alone 2, but I think this is my favorite thing with him in it. You know, the best acting in this whole movie was Pennywise the Clown. Behind me is Pennywise the Clown. I think, you know, he's an icon in a lot of ways. Maybe not as big as Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees, but he is an icon in my eyes. He's an icon, and I just love Pennywise the Clown.
Come on up, Richie. I got a balloon for you. Don't you want a balloon? What's the matter? 1 balloon, not enough. Try
I've always wanted, you know, a standee of him, or, you know, something, because he's just so cool and he's really well thought up. Maybe he's not exactly like the book tells him he is, but other than that, we do got a well-known character. Other than that, you know, it's the kids are just kids, you know. They don't really go too big on them, but, you know, you get to, it's just characters, you know, you're stuck with until the movie ends. I didn't care for those characters as much. I enjoyed Pennywise's intros and, you know, how he gets the beaten, of course, you know. But this is mostly what I enjoyed about Stephen King's It, is the clown. Other than that, you know, we have a lot of movies out there that are based off of Jeepers Creepers. You know, Jeepers Creepers is a movie like made in 2004, 2003. Took a lot of things from Stephen King's It, because the thing about it comes back every 30 years to eat. It needs to feed on children. Why children? Because children are so easy to fool. They're so easy to, you know, if I were a kid and I saw a clown give me a balloon, I would go for it because I'm a kid and I want a balloon. It's so easy to be the clown is what kids like, and they want a free balloon. You know, the scene with Georgie. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. You know, there's a few creepy scenes in this movie. Creepy, I mean really creepy. I think you're gonna get creeped out by this clown. You know, it's really entertaining. It's just way too long, and that's the only problem with it. If it wasn't as long as it is, I would grade it almost above an 8. If it was longer than I wish it was. If it was less longer than I wish it was. It's not a bad movie. really entertaining movie. I think you can have fun with it. It's just the time of this movie needs to be shrunk down a little bit. You know, if they are remaking this movie, then you know what, maybe they can do stuff that they couldn't do back then. But this is almost a classic, so I consider it a classic because I used to love the shit out of the movie. I think it scared me. It's like the first time watching Signs. It scared me. If you've seen the movie, you know the intro of the movie where the book comes up and it's just creepy as hell, that music. The Pennywise theme is good. I think the soundtrack is good. I think the kids are decently good. I think, the character Pennywise is amazing. Really thought up name. I never expected his name to be Pennywise the Clown. The dancing clown, actually. But no, I'm going to let my friend Adam from the Modern Film Critic take over. Hear what he has to say about the movie. Go right ahead.
Filmheads, it is a busy week here. Got a lot of stuff going on. I took the time out of my day to do a collaboration review with these guys, the M News. They're awesome. Jordan is really cool, and we're doing a collaboration review of the Stephen King, based off the Stephen King novel movie It. And man, I was really excited because I saw some of the information on it. I saw what it was about. I've seen some of the reactions to it, and I was going into it, and I pressed play, and I was baffled when I saw the 2-hour and 59-minute running time. I leaned back in my chair and I said, I have to reschedule this because I have things to do today. I can't take 3 hours out of my day to watch this movie, especially a movie like this. So I got time to watch it, and it was funny because it's so bad, and it was entertaining for the most part in the wrong ways, but overall it is a terrible movie. The movie It is a terrible movie, and if you want to go into it and maybe hope for a good movie, don't. Go into it thinking this is a 3-hour long movie that is going to be really hilarious with the effects, with the acting. It is pretty much a mini-series. It's in 2 parts. You follow some kids that are terrorized by It, the clown, and the second half is them as adults being terrorized by It, the clown, and this movie is a roller coaster. It doesn't know what it wants to be. At times it's scary. Well, there were two or three scary moments towards the beginning with the book. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. I saw that and I was like, okay, that was legitimately scary. There are creepy moments in the film, but other than that, I laughed so much in this film, much like I have in films like The Room, Birdemic, The Happening, especially The Happening, and things like that. It's just one of those movies that it's so funny because it's so bad. And like, when I score it, I don't know if I should score it like entertainment-wise or like basing it as a film. I think I'll do both, but we'll get to that later. Anyway, if you don't know what it's about, basically It comes along. He's a clown with sharp teeth, and he terrorizes little kids with balloons. And at moments you'll see like balloons popping up, and everyone just freaks out when they see balloons in the film. And it's one of those things where it's like, why? I just don't get it. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And especially the scene at the end with the refrigerator. Whenever that happened, I had to pause the movie because I was laughing so hard. I saw it, and if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. The scene with the refrigerator. That is one of the funniest moments in cinema history. Genius. I don't know what they were going for. I don't know if they were actually trying to be serious and make it scary, or if they were like, let's make this really, really, really cheesy and just awful. But it's funny, because at some moments I was like, I think they were going for funny right there. I can't tell. But yeah, it's really funny. If you want to see the movie, it's not painful, but it's also not good, but it's really funny, like I said. And man, at the end, it just completely just jumps the shark. The ending of It is the payoff is awful, by the way. The ending is just like, okay, well, that was the worst 3 hours I've ever went through. Like I said, it's not the worst, it's not painful, but that's one of the worst 3-hour movies I've ever seen, because there's not a lot. And this movie definitely should not have been 3 hours long. If it's longer than The Dark Knight, there's no need to be that long. It's longer than The Dark Knight. No, no, don't do that. That's painful to sit through. I saw the 3-hour running time and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to splash buckets of Gatorade on my face in between every hour. And it was a long ride, folks. I don't recommend the film, but I do at the same time. Maybe watch some clips on YouTube or whatever, but don't sit yourself down for 3 hours to see this movie. I'm going to judge it on how entertaining it was. Entertaining-wise, I'll go 4 out of 5 entertaining-wise, because it is so funny. The thing that brings it down a point is it's so long, but I'm judging it as a film. I can give it 0.5 out of 5. The movie's awful. The movie's absolutely terrible for so many reasons. Acting, the dialogue is horrendous, the actions, the plot holes, the moments that was supposed to be scary but ended up being funny. There were so many things wrong with this film when you're basing it on its merit that it's horrendous. But if you want to go into it having a really fun time, you will definitely have a fun time. See it with some friends. So, I don't know what else to say about the film. I don't want to really go into plot that much because there's not really a plot. Killer clown that terrorizes kids, that has that obsession with things floating, and there's your plot. I'm sure you can find a well-written plot on IMDb somewhere. But anyway, if you guys have seen the film, let me know what you thought of it. I want to thank the M News for having me on this collaboration. It was very, very fun to watch this movie, and it was a great way to start it off. So I want to thank all of you guys, and of course, like this video, subscribe to the M News. I'll have a link in the description to their YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to me if you're seeing me for the first time. If you don't know what I do movie reviews just like Jordan Cartwright does. So thank you all, and I'm the Modern Film Critic signing off.
And I agree. The movie was too long. Exactly. This movie, entertaining-wise, is like right up there with entertainment. I think you have a kick out of the film if you're a Stephen King fan, if you're a clown fan, and you don't like, because it's about time we had a clown movie that actually got you the creeps, but it's not dumb like, if you ever heard of We All Scream for Ice Cream or stuff like that. No, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, no. It's about time we had a decently good clown movie, that the clown wasn't overdone and the clown was just there to freak people out. That's what I was expecting. That's what I got. But other than that, the movie is pretty decently. It's good. It's a good watchable film. I think you can have a kick out of it. I think you see that most parts are creepy. This is the reason why people are afraid of clowns now, is because Stephen King's It brought that to the stand, and I think I enjoyed Stephen King's It for what it was. Yes, it could have been shorter, but there's a lot of things you got to know about it. But some of the things they could have shrunken down and kind of minimized it and still got it out there. Other than that, though, just because of the length, and it almost got me an 8. I'm gonna go 7.8 out of 10 for Stephen King's It, because it was a decently watchable. It was a watchable film, and you could have a kick out of it if you sat there and watched it. I think it's fun. It's funny. It's hilarious. I think it is funny when you see the head and the fridge scene, and it's just, there's a lot of those scenes where you just laugh and stuff. Pennywise likes to toy with them, kind of like Freddy Krueger likes to toy with his children. It's fun to watch. Yeah, the book maybe was written before, A Nightmare on Elm Street, but the movie of A Nightmare on Elm Street came out before, It. I don't know if they took this, because the book is a lot different than the movie, so, if they made a movie based on more of the book, then you'll probably get more of a kick out of it. Hey, you guys need to subscribe to Adam. He was nice enough to come on. Go to subscribe to the Modern Film Critic. I'll give a link down to his Facebook page down below, so you guys can check out his page, and he'll probably let you guys find him on YouTube and stuff. Subscribe to me too. I think I would enjoy a lot more subscribers to my channel. I think I'm going to be doing more collaborations, hopefully even more with the Modern Film Critic and Copster Reviews and all of them. I think they're really cool people, and I think they're cool to check out. Check out the Copster Reviews also, because Christian is also really good at what he does. Adam's awesome what he does, and you guys will enjoy him. Thanks for watching the It review. Have a good day.
All right?
Yes. Last chance, Tasha. Get out before it gets dark tonight. You're too old to stop me. You're all too old.
Well, Mike Hanlon, if you see...
Excuse me, sir. Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out.
Tell Mike Hanlon that I had to go, that I had to get cleaned up. Tell him. Tell him. Tell him I'll see him tonight.
Get out!